Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a month on from my last video, and for you guys and myself to see my improvements, my overall value of the portfolio, what I've sold. The main thing that I've done over the month is the number one thing, which was I sold Aston Martin. There you go. I sold that when a month ago. It was when I was showing the video. It was on minus 20% roughly, I believe, and yeah, that wasn't good. That was, I don't know how much money that was. I know it was minus 1,000 or something. But that is what has been the difference between when I last saw it, which was 9,500 to 11,800. I've only put in since it's £800 this month, so it's gone from 9,500 to 11,000. So that is purely because of Aston Martin. Also a few other stocks I've done well, like Page Group, as you can see, up 26%, and Taylor Wimpey up 34%. But 90%, 95% of that money has been from purely Aston Martin, and I'm so glad it's over and it's done with. I've sold it. I sold it at a profit, not a loss, which I was very surprised, but I'm just happy it's done. Hopefully it's something to forget about. It's realising to myself now, don't go all in on something. You know, this is a really good lesson, and luckily I got away with not losing a lot of money. I believe it was 65% of my portfolio at the time I sold it. So when I first got into it, it must have been about 80% of my whole portfolio was on one stock, which I would never advise doing, as you can see, because I lost overnight, almost like within a month, lost 2 grand. But I didn't sell. I kept calm, and I've pulled it back to in the green. So at the end of the day, was it, you know, I got out of it, got lucky basically. So yeah, it's worth £11,878.36, which is up £357 since I started investing, which is alright. I only started 6 months ago. So yeah, I feel like very good. That massive dip, I don't know what that is. I know what this dip is. If you look on the max chart, that was when Aston Martin themselves bought back 3% of my stocks at £10 each. But that's what that is. I don't know actually why that is there like this, but obviously something happened majorly and then straight away came back up, or was a glitch in the free trade system. I don't know. But with the money, you're probably wondering what have I spent with the money. Obviously, like I sold for £7,014 down there. I bought, as you can see quite clearly, Beyond Meat 2,400, Uber 3,494, and more of my Caterpillar. So I've expanded in all them 3 stocks. I already previously owned them, nowhere near that amount, but I've basically just purely just, you know, bought a bigger position in. I see Uber and Beyond Meat shooting up next year. I really do, in 2020. Caterpillar, as long as there's no recession in 2020, I truly do believe that will just creep up slowly. I see about 8% return in a year if there's no recession. That's what I'm betting on. That's why I've only put in 500 quid. But it's still a good dividend payer. The other 2 don't obviously pay dividends. So yeah, that is what I've done with the money. This is obviously my portfolio. If I go on the 1 month chart, you see from when I last did the video, I can't remember, I know it was around 9,500, so I'd say it's there. So it has gone up hugely since. Hugely. This is probably my best month, but it's not all profit though, it's just me regaining back my losses. But it does look good, that number in my portfolio, finally. Haven't hit 12,000 yet, so it might do over the next week. If it does, if it hits 15,000 before the end of next month, I'll be very surprised. That means Uber or Beyond Meat have shot up. Yeah, so Page Group up 26. That's purely because Conservatives got in England, in the Great Britain, if you don't know, and that's shot up every single. If you look on the 7-day chart, look, every single, well, most British stocks it shot up. Taylor Wimpey again. Look at it. You can see the month chart, even the 1 year chart. Look at that. You just see that. That's purely because of the vote. So it's up over the whole year. I bought that at an average price of £1.48. At the moment, it's £1.99. So I'm really happy about that. iRobot. Didn't buy that long ago. I bought that on the 29th at £573 worth. It's now worth near 600. That was at 8% at one point, so obviously it's come down. There you go. Look, when it was there, as you can see, when it was there, it was worth 8%, and it's obviously gone down quite a lot since. But again, that's a long term. PepsiCo stayed the same. I've had that for quite a while now. 11th of November, so over a month, but hasn't really been moving at all. So yeah, this is obviously, it has changed. These 2 are new at the bottom. iRobot, I believe, is new. I don't actually know if I can remember if I'm buying that in my head. But the main thing that's the difference between this month from last. Is I sold Aston Martin, I bought a lot more Uber Beyond Meat, and obviously a bit more Caterpillar, almost over doubled it. But I still have £670 ready to spend, ready to invest. I've been thinking about it. I believe I'm going to put the rest of the money on the 20th, roughly, give or take a few days, on Yum China. You might think it's a weird thing why to do that. It's up 32% a year. But I've looked at on Yahoo Finance, over 5 years, every single year has gone up from 10 to 15% within 20th of December to the 20th to the 10th, 20th of January to the 10th of Feb. So early Feb, late January, it's gone up 10 to 15% every single time for 5 years on the bounce. So for this, if you're going to go do this tactic, it's purely just hoping history repeats itself over and over. That's all you're doing. I've looked, obviously, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, everyone knows that, but it's in just China. This one is Europe. The rest of the world, Europe and the world, and that's Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, KFC. That's the same, but it's just in China. But I've looked at the graph, I've analysed it, and it has to be growth. It's been 5 years. I haven't, that is why I'm going for that. It's a bit of a risky play, but it's for £600. I am willing to. I've weighed up the risk and advantage. £60. I'm looking at £100 return in 2 months. That's how I'm looking at it. But I did. What I find odd is I bought it. Just one. Purposely, I bought one on the 29th of November, and that's purely just to follow the chart and see what the difference is from the end of November to 20th in 20 days. And it's actually gone up 2.3%, which is, I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see that in the red quite a lot, which is odd because I expected this one, Yum, basically rest of the world but China, to be hugely in the green, about 4% in the green, but it's done the opposite thing. So I actually don't know. I'm still going to invest in Yum China, but I might split it 50-50 between them both. But that as well. I believe I bought on the 29th. I bought exactly the same time. Bought one each, £100 are roughly combined. But yeah, no, it's doing well. I'm happy where it is at the moment. Obviously, there's a few that are lagging behind, like 3M. That's very rarely been in the green, which is quite annoying. £60. That's quite a bit of money gone basically. This one's my worst, I believe, at the moment, £91. But I do see that just rising through 2020. Uber, it's down 1%, but again, I see that a big earner in 2020. So I'm happy where it's at. If you guys could please leave comments on what you think I should look at, what you think I should buy, what should I sell that you currently is in my portfolio that you don't like, and give me a reason why. Also, if you're gonna nominate a stock for me to look at, tell me what you think of it as well yourself. Also, obviously, give me a like and a subscribe. I really would appreciate that. I'm basically going to do this every month for myself and for you guys, just showing my portfolio. Hopefully this time next year I'll be on over 20 grand. That's my target. So yeah, thank you very much. See you in January. Happy Christmas, everyone. Bye bye.